Dolphins fans, what's going on? It's your boy, Willie Fins. Today we're going to get into a Dolphins mailbag. It's the weekend. I'm feeling great. I went to the pool yesterday. It was awesome. Drop a like on this video if you love the Dolphins, if you're all about the Fins, because the more likes we get, the more people come across our channel. So help me, or is it, I don't know how to say it. Help me help you? Okay, help me help you, Dolphins fans. Go drop a like on this video. Hit that thumbs up icon and help us out. Help us spread the word about this channel by dropping a like on this video. With that, we get into the first question here on the mailbag from John Ruiz, one of our most loyal subscribers here on Dolphins Today. What's going on, John? He says, will the Dolphins sign Daryl Williams or A.J. Johnson? John, I've talked about these guys a lot, so I'm happy you asked again about them because Daryl Williams is one of my top targets for the Dolphins in free agency. And the reason why is because he is by far the best offensive tackle free agent still out there and available. On top of that, he's versatile. He can play the guard position as well, 600 snaps at right guard, 571 snaps at right tackle. I really like the idea of signing him and starting him at right tackle. I also like the idea of signing A.J. Johnson, and perhaps a reason that he is unsigned is because he suffered a torn pectoral muscle in Week 6, missed the rest of the season, and when you look at what he was doing in the first 5 weeks of last season, he was outstanding, and then the 2 seasons prior, he was ranked a top 5 off-ball linebacker by PFF both seasons, so I really like his physicality, what he brings to your defense. Pick one to sign, though. Daryl Williams or A.J. Johnson. Johnson, a linebacker. Williams, an offensive tackle. Type DW for Daryl Williams or type AJ for A.J. Johnson down in the comment section. Believe it or not, I think it's more likely that the Dolphins sign Daryl Williams than J.C. Tretter because they seem confident in Connor Williams at the center position. I don't understand that vote of confidence that they're giving Williams, but that appears to be the plan going forward. I can't say they have the same amount of confidence in Austin Jackson or Liam Eichenberg to play the right tackle position. All the reports we're seeing are that Connor Williams is the starting center. We have not seen a report who's going to be the starting right tackle. All we know is that Austin Jackson and Liam Eichenberg are the favorites for that job. They're competing for that job, but nobody's really stood out apparently, so it is more likely that they sign Williams than Tretter, but it's probably still unlikely that they sign Williams. We'll see what happens. Jacob Isaac, our next question. Should we trade for Orlando Brown Jr.? Very interesting here, Jacob. Tom Pelissero reported this on Friday. Chiefs franchise tag offensive tackle Orlando Brown Jr.'s agent, Michael Portner, tells me the sides weren't able to reach an agreement on a long-term deal. KC offered Brown the highest signing bonus and APY on a 6-year deal, but Brown's team decided there wasn't enough security over the life of the deal. Now, do you want to trade for Orlando Brown Jr.? Pretty much anybody, including Mike Gesicki, that was not able to reach a long-term agreement, a franchise tag player that was not able to get a deal done, they're going to be in NFL trade rumors, Orlando Brown included. Would you trade for him? Type T for pass or type T for trade or type P for pass down in the comment section. Go down, let me know. Here's what he's done throughout his career. So he was traded from Baltimore to Kansas City after the 2020 season. I think a lot of people are going to say, well, no, it doesn't make sense to trade for him because he's a left tackle and Teron Armstead plays left tackle. But he has more career snaps at the right tackle position. You could trade for him, and he could be your starting right tackle. I don't think Brown would have a lot of interest in playing right tackle for one reason. Right tackles don't make more money. That is why I don't know if he'd be interested in playing right tackle again. He wants to be a left tackle because he gets paid as a left tackle. But if you were to trade for this guy, he would be protecting to his blind side. So that needs to be the pitch. If you're maybe trading for Brown, talking him into, hey, yeah, you're not going to be the left tackle, but we're going to pay you like a left tackle, and you're going to be protecting our quarterback's blind side. He's going to be wanting a lot of money. I'm talking about a Teron Armstead type of contract. So I don't know if the Dolphins would be willing to pay both of their tackles that much money. I think he gets traded, though. I really do, for a second time in his first 4 years of his career. because I think the Chiefs see the writing in the wall that they're not going to be able to come to terms on a deal even next year. If that happens, and they don't want to lose him for nothing. So I think he will get traded, maybe even before the season begins. Now, subscribe if you haven't already, because we're bringing you Dolphins news, Dolphins rumors, Dolphins updates. Back on Friday, when the Gesicki news dropped, we were the first channel, not just Dolphins channel, but first channel on YouTube to be talking about that news. So I can promise you, we are your one-stop shop for Dolphins news. Go down, hit that big red subscribe button. Our next question comes from Chris Image 78. Asked this before, maybe I'll get an answer this time. Good news, Chris, you are. With the signing of Tindall, Channing Tindall, who they drafted in the third round, does he start? And if he does, who does he replace? Let's take a look at the linebacker depth chart. So right now you have Phillips, Baker, Roberts, and AVG as the starting linebackers. I have Tindall behind Roberts, and you know, Roberts is decent. He's back on a one-year deal. I'm happy they re-signed him. But I think Tindall's going to take Roberts' spot. I really do. The upside with Tindall is there. He's extremely quick, arguably the fastest linebacker in this year's draft, can get to the quarterback like that. I think he has more upside than Roberts. I don't think he starts week one, but I think he takes his spot by the end of the season. By the way, we're giving you a great deal here on Dolphins Today. This T-shirt combo is still on sale. Go and take advantage of it. Chatsports.com/Dolphins combo. You can get both of these T-shirts 40% off for $29.99. Both T-shirts, great deal we're giving you. Go down and take advantage if you haven't already. That link is in the comments and the description. Chatsports.com/Dolphins combo. Miami Dakota says, if we were to trade either Byron Jones or Xavier Howard, what would a trade look like? I don't think they trade X. That's not going to happen, but Byron Jones has been in some trade rumors, not as of late, but back before he restructured his contract he might be worth a third. I don't know. I mean, he just hasn't really lived up to his contract since joining the Dolphins. Now, after restructuring his contract, he's only making $1.12 million in 2022, but he's making $25 million combined the next two seasons. So, I don't know if a team would be willing to take that on, considering Jones just hasn't been awesome the last two seasons. Still been decent, but definitely not worth his contract. But I don't think he gets traded. And I don't think it makes sense for the Dolphins to trade him, because who behind him do you have confidence in? Yes, Igbenogany has been showing some improvement this offseason. I want to see him play that well in a game, in multiple games, before I feel comfortable trading Byron Jones. Bill Gilmore asks, how much do you think Jaelan Phillips will benefit from Melvin Ingram? I think tremendously, Bill. I think Melvin is going to be huge for JP. Here's what Melvin said about Jaelan Phillips recently. He's a dog, man. He's definitely got a chance to be special, and the way that he goes about his work, I like the way he goes about his work. He comes to work every day and puts that work in. Word of the day, work. I definitely admire that. When Melvin Ingram was signed, I said on this show that not only is that huge for just your team in general, bringing in a high-quality edge rusher like that, but it's going to be huge for some of the younger guys on that team, like Wilkins, like JP. So I think this is huge, bringing in Melvin Ingram, who's a veteran in the league, has been in the league a long time, has been extremely good, 51 career sacks over his 10-year career, so he's going to be a mentor for Jaelan Phillips and some of those younger guys. Kevin Fisher, what's going on, man? Who will have the larger impact along the interior defensive line, Sealer, Wilkins, or Raekwon Davis? Who will have the bigger impact along the edge, AVG or Melvin Ingram? I would say out of those three on the interior defensive line, it's got to be Christian Wilkins. I think he's in for a huge year after having his fifth-year option picked up. Here is what he did last season. It was the best season of his career. 89 tackles, 4.5 sacks. I think he might have 100 tackles this season. I think he might have over 5 sacks. So I really like Wilk. I think that he's going to have the biggest year amongst those three, although it is a huge year for Raekwon. He's got to have a better year than he did last year. And then in terms of the two edge rushers, I think Melvin Ingram is going to be kind of a weapon on this defense, someone who you're going to be able to bring in on third down situations, put him at the outside linebacker position or put him along the defensive line on the outside. He's going to be a sack machine on third downs. Mr. Goldenberg says, should the Dolphins sign a defensive tackle? Yes, they should. we're going to break down in a second how many guys are available still in free agency. Here is the current defensive line, and I feel really good about the edge rushers right now. I still think there's more depth needed at the nose tackle position because John Jenkins right now, if something happens to Raekwon, he'd be starting there. I just don't think he's that great. I mean, he's a decent backup, but I would like some depth at that position. Here are some guys still out there and available. Ndamukong Suh, definitely the biggest name. Linval Joseph, Eddie Goldman, Brandon Williams, Star Lotulelei. There's some very, very high-caliber players, not just defensive tackles, but free agents still left in general. I wouldn't be shocked if the Dolphins signed one of these 10 names. Which one of the 10 guys we just showed you do you want to sign? Go down in the comments section and let me know. Out of those, I'd probably say Star Lotulelei. Ndamukong Suh, I think he ends up in Las Vegas. I don't think he's coming back to Miami. Follow me on Twitter at WillScott44. My DMs are open if you have any questions about the Fins. If you couldn't get in a question on this mailbag, DMing me on Twitter is a great way to talk to me. Appreciate y'all watching the show. Have a great rest of your weekend.